Lune comes over to shush them, but ends up joining the polishing effort. It takes a while, but they finally finish and head back to the others. I think Minoko, I'm
You
one
seem
behind, though.
preoccupied.
So I think everyone... Yeah, because I've definitely done 2 conversations with CL.
It's nothing. Just... It's been a long road to get here.
Extra long for you, I imagine.
Oh, versus extra long now, is he?
You, on the other hand, seem quite relaxed.
Do I?
You're not nervous?
Of course I am, but we will do everything in our power. And either it will be enough, or it won't.
Yes, I would like to spend time with CL. Verso approaches CL, who seems open to talking.
Here to make amends for your terrible story.
I'll be honest. I didn't expect things to get so deep so fast.
I could tell. I'm not really sure you're up to the challenge.
Oh, I can keep up. In fact, I'm here to offer a story.
A good one this time?
Yes. Well, you said I'm vain.
No, you said you're vain.
Would a vain person keep this scar? I could heal it, but I don't.
Oh? Why is that?
It's a reminder of the price I paid to stand on my own 2 feet. But, it meant walking away from people I cared about. So, there you have it. Dark and personal.
I feel like there's more to this
Yeah,
story.
kind of sorry. It's kind of sort of. That was very surface level.
It's probably not a coincidence then, that Renoir has a similar scar.
Oh, she noticed, huh?
Mael's right. You really do see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We disagreed on pretty much everything. Tactics, goals, what lines we wouldn't cross. I had to walk away, but he was resistant.
You fought?
It was the first time we ever raised a hand against the other.
If you can control your healing, that means Renoir can too. And he made the same choice as you. Interesting.
Well, I never thought of it that way. But, you're right. So, dark and personal enough for you?
It was worthy.
Worthy of the story of that scar on your stomach.
Oh, I didn't think we were ever going to address that. I figured it was just character design.
Well, we all have scars that won't heal, don't we?
Deep.
Funny that he didn't pick the one in her face, though.
That's a story for another time. The scars look good on you, though.
I know. That's the real reason I keep them.
Yeah, it is. Because it looks badass. CL appreciates that Verso opened up to her. She feels closer to Verso now. CL and Verso switch to sillier topics for a few minutes before heading back to the others. All right, I mean, this is a system. Like,
I can't believe
I
we're
can't.
this close.
I was gonna say I can't believe they haven't given us anything yet. That being said, before we continue this on, I'm gonna be right back. I just need to use the restroom. One moment. All right. Sorry about that. Roommate came up and he's a very talkative person. It's hard to pull away. All right. Let's see what Luna wants. C-section car is what I would assume and never think of it again. Potentially. I don't know if that's... Well, isn't it usually like on the way? I don't know. I'm not even gonna pretend to know about that stuff.
CL was right about you.
Oh,
That is, as we determined last time,
thank you.
anything childlike is
I wouldn't have got this
out of
far
my
away.
wheelhouse. I don't do kids.
Tomorrow comes.
I do dogs. I'm very good with dogs. Actually, like freakishly good with dogs. People mention it all the time. We have the Animal Refuge League near us, once a week we'll bring a dog that's like gonna be promoted on the news because they like want it to get adopted. Either it's been there a long time or it's either too old or too young, and they just want to like help move on, like get more eyeballs on it. And dogs always love me. People are like, God, the dogs always go to Elliot. It's like, yeah, because I'm good with dogs. They sense it. Luna stands by the fire, deep in thought. Versa tries to get her attention. And they just stare at each other forever. Oh my God, still staring. Hey, do you like dogs?
Do you like dogs?
God, if she says no, she might be off my list.
What?
Do you like dogs?
I think you've spent too much time alone. You've forgotten how to start a human conversation.
That's a perfect opening question. If you say no, it means that I hate you, and if you say yes, we can be best friends forever.
I just have this feeling you're a dog person.
Well, you're right. I had a dog named Pat.
Oh my God, I thought that was Pate. I was like, you named your dog Pate. Okay, good, Luna. We can still be best friends. You still have a place on the team.
You named your dog Paw. That's like if my parents named me Foot.
My sister named him when we were kids. Stella. She was a gifted artist. And fiery. She definitely made the most of the time she had.
Okay, what kind of dog you got, Jake? You big dog person or little dog person? That's also an important question. And I have a feeling just the fact that I asked that probably gives you my answer of what the correct answer is.
Were you close?
When we were younger, I guess. But my brother and sister had their own lives. They didn't care about my parents' research.
Doesn't seem fair.
No. I'm glad they got to live. Sol was a great older brother. That's actually how I met Gustav. Sol was dating his sister.
Okay,
So
got it.
you knew Gustav for quite a while then?
I was like, I had to do the math there. I was like, who was dating who?
That's an awful lot of personal questions.
It is, isn't it? All right, we can talk about me again if you want.
How generous of you.
Ask away. I'm being sincere. Go ahead, ask me anything you want. We've got all night.
Remember, you offered. Do you like monkeys?
That's not the same. This is not the same question, Lune.
Oh, come on.
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, not even close. So Verso and Lune enjoy a moment together. Lune is in such a good mood that she forgets to ask Verso other important questions, which Verso takes note of. Smaller dog at the moment, but you grew up with the Rotties. All right, fair answer. Fair answer. I'm definitely more of a big dog person. To be completely honest, I don't really like little dogs. Well, I guess let me be more specific, because there are some little dogs that are okay, but if you're talking like a loaf of bread big, not for me. Like medium-sized dogs, you know, dogs who are like 30, 40 pounds, like that's totally fine. Anything that yips, I'm just like not about it. I mean, again, I'm gonna say my dogs, they're my parents' dogs, but I grew up with them, or I guess only one of them now. Um, the other one is like my buddy, my dude. But I grew up with bears. Not literal bears, but just big dogs. We have a Newfoundland. He's like 150 pounds, so he literally looks like, you know, one of those bear carpets. He's just like all fur. Like I just want a dog that like I can hug, and like I'm not hugging him like this. I want to like not get my hands around. So Rotties are good. Pit bulls are good. If I was looking for like a short haired dog, a pit bull or Rottie I could definitely see. But like Newfoundlands, Bernese Mountain Dogs, Leon Burger Bringer, I think it's Burger, Leon Burger, like Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, Huskies, like those are all like on the top of my list of dogs.
Still thinking about what you saw?
I wish Gustav was here.
Yes, I want to spend time with Mayel. Wait, one moment. One moment.
What was it like for you, growing up in Lumiere?
Aside from being a sad and lonely orphan, it was great.
Yikes. Way to start the conversation, Mayel.
Although technically, everyone in Lumiere is an orphan.
How old were you when your parents passed away?
Ooh, this could be important.
Around 3, I guess.
You guess,
Yeah.
so do you not know? Mom had a Saint Bernard for a while. God damn. Yeah, those Saint Bernards are big. Everyone used to ask if our Bernese Mountain Dog was a Saint Bernard just because of the coloring, because the coloring is pretty similar. But nope, there's like a whole magnitude of size difference. Even a Newfoundland, like there's a big size difference between Newfies and Saint Bernards.
I was an unwelcome surprise.
Ooh, ouch.
We never wanted kids.
Although, to be fair, this is a
Definitely didn't want
whole,
one right
this is a
before their gamage.
totally different context. I definitely didn't want one right before their gamage. I'm hung up on that because she just said she was about 3, but she said right before their gamage. So I'm wondering if she's using right before as like roughly. I would think that's like they were next on the chopping block. But then how would they die if she was 3?
That must have sucked. For both you and them.
That's a weird line of dialogue, though. I don't see that coming out of Verso.
Yeah, it did.
Unless he's like trying to relate to her.
Then they died. And I bounced around from family to family. I can't even remember all of them. I was kind of a weird kid, I guess.
So was I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was obsessed with my piano and my paint set.
I was a bit more severe than that. I used to have lots of nightmares and talk to myself. Kept running away from home all the time.
Nah, if that's weird, then we're all weird. Actually, I kind of think everyone's a weird kid in someone's eyes.
All kids are weird. And that's something that I don't think anybody realizes until they grow up. Like, when we're all teenagers, we all deal with, like, the generation above us who's like, you kids are weird. When I was a kid, we didn't do these things. And you're like, nah, it's just the kid thing to do. And now that, you know, I'm 31 and I'm looking down at, like, Gen Z, and they're like, oh, hi, Riz, and Skippy Toilet. And I'm like, what are you even... I don't know where these things come from. I don't know what they mean. I think they just make you sound like an idiot.
I was a weird kid in everyone's eyes.
Even Gustav's.
Kind of. It's why he and his sister took me in. Nobody else wanted me.
So, wait, so I wonder, actually, now that I think about it, I wonder, oh wait, what would that relationship be? If she's kid, what would that be? Wait, so you're, oh Jesus. Oh no, I can't even do that math because it's brother and sister. I was going to say, what does that make Lune to her? Because Lune's brother was dating Gustav's sister, but the reason it's weird is because they're not, Gustav and his sister are not a married couple, they're related. But even, because then it's like, oh, what would your mom's boyfriend be? It's like, it doesn't work like that. Although I guess you could say it's a step parent, right? So then it would be, is there such a thing as a step aunt? I guess that's kind of the, if you assume that Gustav and his sister weren't related in this case and they were a married couple, they would have to have broke up. The sister gets married to Sol, and then Sol's sister was Lune. So yeah, I guess step aunt, or I guess just aunt. Okay, so well, it depends on how long they dated. Like, I don't know if she thinks of Lune in that way or not.
But I guess Gustav and Emma used to be weird kids too. So they liked me.
You're like the same age as my youngest sibling. What?
See?
Yeah,
Everyone's weird.
I guess I'm just a baby. Nah, I'm an old man.
What's something you liked about Lumiere?
I have a very old soul.
Wandering around the buildings. Nobody wanted me for any of the fancy apprenticeships. So I got stuck as a runner for the warehouses. But that turned out to be kind of nice. I got to go everywhere in the city. I probably know the place better than anyone.
Yeah? What was your favorite place?
The Hanging Gardens. Me and Gustav used to go up there a lot.
I think that's where we started the game, actually. Maybe not. But we started in kind of a garden-looking area up on the top of buildings.
Do you miss Lumiere?
Yeah. I do. Not just the place, but everything about that time. The festivals, the gardens, dancing the night away on the harbour. Before, well, all this. That home is gone. Not just the place, but also the people.
You have us now?
Yeah. And you've got me. So, you want to dance the night away?
Maybe us, Ciel.
Mael starts to open up to Verso. She feels more comfortable with them. As does Verso with Mael. Yeah, we still haven't gotten anything from this relationship system. Maybe you do just have to get all the way to 7. Oh, movie time.
We've done it.
We're really going to face the Paintress.
And finally break this cycle.
That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us.
What are you talking about?
You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they?
Is he candy?
Well, Esquier and I had a chat.
What if he was a pinata?
She promised me sweet
What?
rocks.
Is that wine?
He's made of wine?
I stored my personal stash inside him. Oh, excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
Oh my god, we're all gonna start drinking.
And
And of course, to start drinking, he has to vomit it up.
I told you to stop drinking alone.
Oh my god, this SKA character is something.
To your great generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Do you have apple juice?
Oh my god. Yeah, it goes down the wrong pipe in this case.
Leave you to it.
In this case, it comes up the wrong pipe. That's probably why he's so wacky. He's just always drunk. He's just absorbing it into his whatever. He doesn't have a bloodstream, I don't think. Uh-oh. You're alone. Say something incriminating that only we can hear. Well, if there's ever been a hint that they're related, it's that. That's got to be the biggest one. Or, like, she's a student, but I'm going more family. Frickin' French. I don't know what that says.
My beautiful sister doesn't need this ugly mask.
Okay. I guess he said sister before, but I thought he meant the older one. I didn't think he meant...
Yet you're condemning her.
I didn't think he meant that one.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight.
Okay, well, now we have it
My
confirmed.
son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes.
Between the bars of their prison.
A life of
Shadow of the
dreams.
monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
Life of dreams. Okay, so now we have a hard confirmation that it's his sister, which now makes a lot more sense. Like, now we can put context to the relationship or how he treats Mayel. So he treats her, so he's treating her more as a younger sister than he is a daughter.
Can't remember a thing.
You clean me out, mes amis.
All right, well, I guess it's time to go fight the paintress. I didn't think that was going to
You
happen
bunch
for a
of drunks.
long time. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna swap my crit over. I need, what, 9? This is close enough. And then we don't need this, so let's sort by crit. Oh, actually, with her, I don't even need to get to 80. I just need to get to 75. Augmented counter, perhaps? Yeah, I think that's fine.
Acceleration.
Yeah, I mean, for sure it was familiar. Like, apparently, oh man, dude, this is so weird. So apparently, so I do know that you can, the relationship, I don't know how exactly it works, but at some point you can, like, I don't know to what extent, but you can romance some of the characters. And apparently there have been people complaining that you can't romance Mael. And that's just so weird. Why? You have 2 beautiful women here in Lune and CL. And people got to be complaining, and people are like, oh, but in France, the age of consent is 15, and she's like 16. It's like, why? Why does that have to be a thing? Just, you have 2 great options here. People are freaking weird, man. She's gonna have a lot of shields. The barrier breaker made that pretty clear. Yeah, but I have, the thing is, I have her, barrier thing. The breaking rules. I do have to switch this out, though. So I'll be able to destroy all our shields.
We can.
Because there's no, hang on. So if I look at the weapon, I know she's 15. Trust me, I know. Yeah, see, steel shields removed by hitting enemies. So, like, we get shield. I guess the thing is, we do get the shields.
Finally reached the paintress.
Yeah, well, okay,
Still
so
have a little bit of time.
looking at it from that perspective, I'll play devil's advocate and say, like, you know, he doesn't look 80, he still looks like he's 40. That's kind of like the I know Peter Pan is a kid as well, but it's kind of like the Peter Pan argument, right? Where only it's the inverse, right? He still looks like a kid, but Peter Pan's like much older. So that being said, like, if Verso's age was the thing, then it would be weird for Lune and CL as well. I think it's more weird that people want to okay, let me phrase it like this. If you took Mael's personality and put it into, like, the body of a 30-year-old, I could get it. Like, she, like, personality-wise, I get it. But again, it's like, she's 15. Like, she's a good character. Ah, there we go. Pure for Verso. Cool. I think people just can't, like, you can like a character and not need to romance them, though. Yeah, there we go. Speed! Let's see. So that being said, Peter Pan specifically refuses to mature, though, versus matured in age or closer. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that I agree with any of this. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. All right, here we go. Wow, that's a shot out of Harry Potter 6.
who should do the honors?
It's a Keyblade. We're not too far off from Kingdom Hearts. Come on, push. Push. What if it literally just unlocked? There was a heart shape. Versa turns around. He's like, I am Sora. I'd be like, son of a bitch. God, that would be the biggest plot twist ever. All these Nevrons are actually just nobodies.
Time for swim.
Okay. Let's actually... Oh, okay, so there's actually nothing. Oh, wait, is that underwater? Oh, it's up in the sky. Okay, I can't get there.
Swimsuit on.
I'm not saying 15-year-olds can't have relationships in the front. I get it. It's still an awkward thing. Well, I think the weird thing is that most of the people playing this game are probably, you know, let's say mid-20s to mid-40s, if I had to guess. Like, I don't think there's any, like, 16-year-olds playing this game. I think they're all playing Fortnite. I doubt in a real-life apocalypse scenario like that with a non-existent age population, it wouldn't matter. Well, that's the thing, too. Right? I mean, that brings up, like, a whole other can of worms that's, like... Well, let me put it like this. So, there's got to be a historical reason why we set the age of 18 as the age of consent. And I'm not going to sit here and, like, defend, you know, people are like, we need to lower the age of consent. Like, that's not what I'm getting at here. I don't, because 18, because we say, like, you're a teenager if your age ends in teen, right? So, like, we call 12 preteen, you're a teen once you turn 13, because obviously 13, 14, all the way up to 19. So why are you an adult at 18 versus, like, 20? But the argument against that is that in other cultures, I actually saw a short about this the other day, is that there's no real translation because obviously, like, 13 to 19 are English terms. There are still representations of the number in other languages, but they're not said like that. And so the term teenager doesn't really mean anything. And so I'm not sure what the arbitrary, like, number of 18 is, but obviously historically, you know, 15, 16 was, like, a more normal age, but that to, like, start a family, but also that's because age, you know, the death rate was a lot sooner than now. Not saying it's right. Just saying historically, you know, things were different. Context of, like, historical context, you know, changes a lot of things. Right? There was a time where, well, even something as controversial as slavery, right? Like, for, you know, Americans, obviously we have a history with that. At one time it was okay, now it's, or not that it was okay, but at one point it was accepted as the norm in the country. Obviously now it's not, but there are other parts of the world that still see it as okay.
We can do this. For Gustav.
Whoa, 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 whoa. She have a similar arm thing going on to Verso? And why is he so hesitant right now? He was just looking away. What's going on there? Yeah, Minoko knows something. Yeah, something's not right. Expedition 0 got here? Or Expedition... Is that Expedition 100? Man, you think the painter is his wife? That would be crazy. I already did all this. So everything is literally being drawn into that one singular point. I wonder if that's relevant. Like, is she pulling in so much chroma that it's the world, like the fracturing is literally being pulled to her? So, like, we're gonna find some kind of like tragic backstory because she's sitting here. It looks like she's crying. So maybe she's cursed with something, and it's not like by choice. All right, here we go. Nothing, there's really nothing to do but walk up to her. Is it just going to be... Okay, I was going to say, it's not going to be just literally start the fight, right? There's going to be a cutscene of some kind. All right. Let's do this. Wait, what am I supposed to hit? Wait, what? There was a mark there that turned red, was there not? Is that a person down there? Okay, yeah, this isn't like a real fight. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna do basic attacks, 'cause this isn't a real fight.
Let's gamble. Full deck. On
Now's our chance.
Yeah, no, it's still... Oh, I don't think that's a... No, I thought that was a person, but I think it's just a discoloration on the rock. Is there something I'm supposed to find? You need to do a barrier break probably in cutscene to get through. That's my guess. I'm guessing maybe I have to have her go a certain amount of times.
Let's gamble.
There we go.
Ugh, our attacks do nothing.
I don't understand. The gradient attack should work. Wait, my L.
I don't think this is...
The amount of times that she's supposed to say something and then it cuts. That's... That's No-Face Lady. Why are you saying no? Is this the price that they have to pay?
Everybody okay?
What is she? Do you think that that's maybe like the true form of the Paintress?
Follow her. Quickly.
What?
This might be our only chance.
Or a sister?
Yeah.
So maybe like an older
Okay.
version of the sister? Well, clearly we don't beat the Paintress that soon.